Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my lovely day off. And today I will be talking about a designer fragrance. Yes, this is one of the latest designer releases out there and part of, a long line of this designer series that a lot of people really love. And I don't talk about designer fragrances that much, but when I do, usually these are designer fragrances that I find interesting or appealing as well. So if you want to hear about this fragrance right here, hang on tight. I got a lot to tell you. Let's go. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. So I want to thank you all because finally we hit 22,000 subscribers. Yes, we just did that, I believe, last night. So I do want to thank you all for your continued support, all the friends of the channel, all the decanters that have helped me out, and the other companies that have helped me out. Friends, thank you for all your support. We will keep going with this no hype formula from 22K and beyond, guys. So thank you so much for your support. And the fragrance that we'll be talking about today is none other than Mugler A Men Fantasm. Yes, Mugler A Men Fantasm. And this decant is from one of our friends of the channel, one of the best decanters in the game, Jared Miller. He sent me a ton of stuff, okay? A ton of decants with a lot of these latest fragrances. So I cannot wait to review them and get them out for you guys. But anyways, he is a very reliable decanter. He's got really great prices. So I will link his Facebook below for any details that you might want. If you want a decant of this, hit Jared up. Thank you very much, Jared. Anyways, as I've said, designer fragrances, I have a good lot of them, but I don't really collect a ton of them, and that's because most designer fragrances really do one thing, and they do create appeal and compliments, and that's so easy. Now, for everybody that's asking me like, hey, how do I get compliments? I mean, you gotta project a really good personality, in my opinion, or the right character or aura, and then you add some of these fragrances that are very appealing to the nose and easy to understand, and you will get your compliments, guys. Now, there are some designer fragrances that just smell different, all right? They smell different in the way they are, and those really are the ones that appeal to me the most. And this fragrance right here, right when I tested this, I could have done any of the 5 right here. Once I tried A Men Fantasm, I got really stoked to do this review because there's a lot of really good things writing on this fragrance right here. So anyways, let's go spray this thing right now so I can give you guys everything you need to know about A Men Fantasm. Okay, guys, now let's talk about this fragrance right here, Mugler A Men Fantasm, guys. Now, I've had the pleasure of trying the original formula, like the non-reformulated formula, the original A Men, sent to me by one of my subscribers back in the day. And boy, did I love that. I really liked the coffee patchouli mix as well as the vanilla in that fragrance. And so looking at this on paper, it seemed like a revisitation of that original formula with some tweaks. So that really appealed to me. Now, I did have some questions in my mind, though, when I looked at the notes on paper, because that was so weird seeing bergamot in the beginning and pink pepper going into chocolate. And then you had that same patchouli in the end that we didn't know, or I didn't know if it was going to be a chocolate patchouli combination like the original A Men. So really the whole flow, I was wondering how would this develop right here? Bergamot into chocolate. As someone who has tried over 1,000 perfumes at this point, guys, that kind of didn't make sense, okay? So anyways, when I tried this right here, it all made sense. Now let's talk about the opening right here. Right here in the opening of A Men Fantasm, right from the get-go, guys. Yes, you will get some bergamot, all right? Some luminous bergamot, as they say. However, the big note right here is sugar, all right? So it's bergamot and sugar at the same time, all right? This is the same kind of like coumarin sugar accord that you get in Bianco Latte to start with. And this is not a dark note. This sugar is almost like a like a sweet, uplifting, you can say kind of powdery type of sugar that comes in almost at the same time as that luminous bergamot. So the bergamot doesn't come in on its own. It doesn't give you like a citrusy blast, but it feels like, yeah, a luminous, like light bergamot top note as you are smelling that loads of sugar coming in. So that is not to be discounted in the intro of this fragrance. The intro of A Men Fantasm is majority a sugar accord with some light bergamot at the top. Now, with that being said, now it makes sense how that sugar transitions now into your Grand Cru chocolate accord. All right, so this is the prominent portion of this fragrance. Now it makes sense going from a sugar accord now into a dual chocolate accord that is reported by Mugler as two different chocolate accords. Now, can I smell the duality? Absolutely. I feel that in this chocolate accord, you do have a dark bitter chocolate, but you also have a milky sweet chocolate that helps this transition from the sugary mix into now that chocolate mid, guys. And this chocolate mid comes in within, I would say, 30 to 45 minutes of the fragrance. And it is seamless because of the sugary start. Okay, that bergamot, although it is there, gets eaten up eventually by the tons of coumarin or sugar that then transitions in the chocolate. So finally, it made sense to me once I sprayed this fragrance. Now, for me, I really liked this intro, all right? The sugar in this opening. Matter of fact, every single sweet note in this fragrance, I'll say all of them, they're actually not thick, strong, and cloying. And if you find that cloying, I think that, there's nothing milder than this. Because this one right here is a sweet, gourmand fragrance. But the great thing about A Men Fantasm is that every whiff feels like you want to smell a little bit more. That is what I can say about the intensity of the sweetness of this fragrance. Every whiff, it's a real draw-in scent. All right, it is not a projector for everyone to smell. It's really for the wearer and somebody that's closer to the wearer. And every time you sniff it, it's like just the right amount. It's not too little, it's not too much, but it's just enough to keep you wanting more. That's why that sugar accord is just a perfect transition into the chocolate, guys. Now, 30 to 45 minutes in, like I said, that chocolate does intensify. And again, you're getting two types of chocolate here. In the mid, you're going to get that milky chocolate that becomes much more prominent, mixes in with that sugar accord. And then you're going to get a little bit of that bitter dark chocolate as the mid develops. And with that partial bitter dark chocolate accord, it makes this entire fragrance pretty much smell masculine, okay? So the bergamot helps. The sugar is kind of unisex. The milk chocolate's kind of unisex. But the darker chocolate kind of makes it much more masculine. And it does become prominent as the mid develops, all right? So for me, like I said, I thought it was awesome because it wasn't a thick, cloyingly sweet, like annoyingly sweet type of fragrance. It left me wanting more. There was like the right amount of draw-in, the right amount of sillage that it was like a mysterious type of perfume. It's something that, somebody that wants some inquiries into their mysteriousness. I feel like this is that type of perfume. And more importantly, the whole thing made sense. It's a yummy chocolate that transitions in from sugar. And it's very, very masculine, like I said, because at the latter mid, the darker part does develop. Now, interestingly, in the mid, there's also clary sage, which is actually a masculine perfume modifier. Clary sage is always used as like a nice top aromatic in most fragrances, mostly in the mid. And it does catch the continuum from that bergamot to have that slight aroma right there. Now, let's talk about the pink pepper, because the pink pepper is also there, but it is really heavily embedded into the mix, into the chocolate mix. And actually, it's more of the aroma, the spicy aroma or sensation that you feel as the fragrance develops. So it's pretty balanced still, I would say, with clary sage being in the air, masculine aromatic, pink pepper, spicy masculine aromatic. But really, for the most, you are going to smell a lot of sugar and a developing chocolate accord, which is really, really the star of the show to me when it comes to A Men Fantasm. Okay, so now let's set into the dry down of this fragrance. Now, the thing about the dry down is that it's actually the coffee patchouli accord of the original A Men that they returned here in this fragrance. But the thing is, the coffee is actually lesser here in A Men Fantasm, but the patchouli is also the type of chocolatey, patchouli, woody like combination that is a very seamless transition into the dry down, guys. As a matter of fact, it comes early. It felt like it came early to me, the dry down, and it continued towards the end. I got to enjoy, like I said, the chocolate accord in the mid, and then I would say like 4 or 5 hours into the whole thing, that coffee, that light coffee and chocolatey patchouli kind of came in as well. Again, making it a lot more masculine. You know, like if you look at this, you might think it's so gourmand that it could be like a unisex type of fragrance, but no, it's just once it goes into the dark chocolate mix, into the coffee and the chocolatey woody patchouli, it's really affirmed that this is a pretty masculine fragrance, guys, okay? So I would say the dry down is, you know, it comes in early, it's pretty seamless. Something that you see with designer fragrances, there's not a lot of note separation, everything blends in pretty well. And again, the overall sensation is, wow, this smells amazing. From the wearer's perspective, from my perspective, I thought this was really great because it had that gourmand feel, very masculine feel. It didn't go unisex, even if it utilized a sugar accord. That's the same with like Bianco Latte. But again, they mixed it up with some clary sage, some bergamot. So it really feels a lot more masculine than normal. Okay, so now let's talk about total performance of this fragrance. Now, this fragrance is not a loud projector, as I've said. It does linger and project in the beginning thanks to that sugar accord and some aromatics, the pink pepper and the clary sage helping out. But mostly it is a draw-in scent, like I said, and it is mostly for close quarters, intimate, darker moods. And, you know, with that being said, it doesn't last super long either. I would say that significant scent is up to 10 to 11 hours. And that is why you get to smell the dry down early as well, within like the 4-hour mark, because it develops into this chocolate patchouli coffee combination that does last until, like I said, 10 to 11 hours. Even at the 11th hour, it was just lingering here and there. But again, mostly it is, I think, for the wearer and close quarters use. So that's okay to me. Now, finally, let's talk about the full bottle worthiness of this fragrance. Hot damn, this thing is cheap, guys. It was like $90. I checked it last night. It was like a $90 perfume for 100 ml. That's a freaking joke. I mean, that is such a good price, especially with rising designer prices, guys. If you're telling me it's 90 for 100 ml, I'm gonna buy this right now. Matter of fact, I might just buy this at the end of the video, full bottle, just because it's nice to me. It's something I see wearing because I like to smell different, and the price is such a win. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of fragrances are very expensive nowadays, and a lot of them are like, maybe try first before buying a full bottle. I feel like this is a full bottle worthy $90 for 100 ml type of perfume. I highly recommend it if you own nothing like it. And that is it. That is my no hype review on the latest A Men flanker from Mugler. This is none other than A Men Fantasm. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance, if you've actually tried it, and should I review other A Men flankers. Okay, I know that a lot of reviewers already do this, and you know, let me know if it matters to you that I review some of the other A Men flankers. What's your favorite? Comment below, guys. But I think, again, looking at it from just a general perspective and my own likes and wants, I actually like this fragrance, guys, especially for the fall. I might get it ready and stock it up because that's coming too. I mean, it's only a few months before fall happens, so let me know what you think of this fragrance, guys. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for 22K, guys. I'm back with another video tomorrow. God bless. Take care. Peace.